Talk more about that new Romania. What do you see for the future in Romania? I mean, you post a lot of articles on LinkedIn, and you've been sharing some with some good news for this country.
Yeah, one of the things that I was just, this is funny because I'm always telling people, and now we're talking about Romania. I see more positive articles that you guys aren't aware of.
Yeah.
I'm reading the World Economic Forum stuff every week, and I see all the country comparisons. And just one good news that I just saw this week was Airbnb. Romania's number 5, the fastest growing and the 5th most popular destination site for Airbnb travelers.
Huh.
Because of your culture, there's a lot to see here. They know the people are friendly, it's safe, the food is good. So you have a reputation out there that I don't know that you recognize.
Yeah.
But just realize you're number 5 in the world now.
Yeah. Fastest growing,
and you're the
like
300% growing. And
that's awesome.
So that was encouraged. So I'm seeing those kind of things, and I'm seeing economic numbers. And one of the things I posted on was I looked at the world's most innovative economies recently was posted for 2019, and you guys jumped 6 spots to 29th place in the world this year for most innovative economies. So Romania is 29th in the world.
That's incredible.
In innovative economy. So what I'm seeing is a lot of energy, a lot of talented people that are well educated.
Yeah.
The issue is, can you have opportunities for these people to lean into that innovation? Because I see a lot of them leaving. Everywhere I go in Europe, I see Romanians. Why are you here? Well, I can get a better job.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're missing Romania, they're missing the culture, they're missing the food, they're missing the family. They end up coming back.
Yeah.
They're a little disillusioned because they made better money there, but they missed the culture.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, hey, you're not going to have to leave in the future.
That's right.
And through works like yours and ours and others, we can train up these entrepreneurs to actually lean into these situations.
That's right. We're really excited about the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Romania because it just continues to develop. There's so many actors, so many great things happening. I was talking to a quite successful entrepreneur about last year here, and he said, I was talking to him and I said, I think, man, entrepreneurship is really starting to thrive in Romania. And he said, it's not starting to thrive. Romania has always been an entrepreneurial country. Prior to communism, there was great innovations and inventions that came out of this country. He said, so Romania has always been entrepreneurial. It's just reviving now post-communism. And that was a great correction for me because I hadn't thought of it before. And I went, whoa, the roots of innovation and entrepreneurship are here. And so I think we're starting to let that flourish and let that happen. Society is allowing that to happen. And so I'm encouraged by that, and I hope others are too.
Yeah, in the economics I've been reading, the 2 giant things you have are agriculture and IT professionalism. Mm-hmm. It used to be the breadbasket of Europe, and I think that's returning. The soil here is really fertile. And what I was telling a story, we have some farmland, and the farmer is looking for 10 good people. He usually has 6 or 7, and he loses a few, and he's saying how hard it is to find, the people that he needs. And I think, well, that must be multiplied quite all over Romania to find the quality people. And so one of the things that I'm seeing that might help is to be able to link all those people looking for jobs with all those people who have jobs. Yeah. And so I'm wondering how we can go about creating a platform where you can almost build a scaffolding for people to say, I have job opportunities. Mm-hmm. And I'm hearing there's a job shortage. There are opportunities here, but so many people have left and they can't find people to fill those jobs. So that I see the frustration, but that frustration is the potential that some entrepreneurs will find a way. Yeah. Where there's a problem, there's going to be a solution. That's right. I hope we're a part of that solution. And when I go back to Indianapolis, one of the things I'm going to talk. My brother-in-law Tom Morales owns Morales Group Staffing. They staff 5,000 people around the United States every day. 5,000 people. Wow. 400 companies looking for temporary labor, but that temporary labor oftentimes turns into full-time labor. They're contractual labor. So he's got a model that's been working for 16 years in the United States, and I'm saying to him, can't we take your scaffolding, your structure, and tweak it so that we're culturally sensitive to what Romania will work in Romania, and set up a situation where we can start lining up those people with the opportunities. And it's just a simple situation. It's not simple. It's complex to find those networks, but I think we can do that. And I think you guys are wired enough. Your internet here is faster than. It's so funny. A couple things. Your internet is so much faster. I'm laughing. I'm in a village, a rural village,
Yeah.
with 65,000 people, and my internet is flying.
Yeah.
And I communicate at home. I can, with WhatsApp and stuff like that. The other thing, I go to McDonald's here. You guys have the best McDonald's in the world. They're clean. They have playgrounds. They're organized. It's just like, it's a luxury to go to McDonald's here. I don't even want to go to McDonald's when I go home. They're so, I don't want to downplay U.S., but I'm telling you, you guys are doing a lot of things right.
That's good.
And there's a lot more you can do right. And I hope we can participate in helping that. But it's here. The energy's here. The potential's here. It just has to be tapped. It has to be harnessed. It has to be released. It has to be trained.
Yeah.
And so my goal is to come back. I come once a year. I'd like to come 3 or 4 times a year.
Awesome.
And I'd like to be able to be a part of that training. I'd like to be able to be saying, here's what we're doing. Here's how we're doing it there. How are you doing it here?
Yeah.
Learning from you, taking it back to America. We have a lot to learn from you guys. We're not here just to preach to you guys and show you how everything's done.
Right.
We're here to say, hey, we have tools, we have things that are working. How's it working here?
Yeah.
And I oftentimes go home and think, oh my gosh, I have some ideas that I saw in Romania. And you're right, they're entrepreneurs. They had to hustle. We call it hustling with a halo. And the one thing I will say, you're back in Romania when you get in the line. I'm in the airport and everybody's pushing and shoving. I'm like, oh, I'm back in Romania. It's not mean-spirited or anything. It's just Romania. Yeah. And I was in Turkey and I was laughing because I was at a midnight concert with 200 people in a small venue. And I'm like, this is going to be pretty rowdy. And everybody's jumping up and down. It's kind of hard rock music. And everybody was so polite. And you could walk through the crowd and nobody was... I'm like, oh, this is not a Romanian crowd. And we were and then I get back here and I get in the airport. I think, oh, I'm back in Romania. But I had to laugh because
we like our lines cozy.
Yeah.
We like, right up, nestled in. As a big guy.
So there's pieces of your culture that you don't need to lose. You might need to sharpen it a little bit or something. But watching that 22-year process go from, as I said, very closed country and everything closed to being very open. And as I said, when I get on the plane, I don't know where I'm going. I'm like, am I going to the right place? Because you guys, you're in London, you're in Paris, you're in Bucharest, you're everywhere, and you come back with the things that you see other people have, and you go and other people see what you have, and there's a great mixing there of the culture. So I think that's been a really blessing too, is to have that openness. The EU, I'm actually for the EU. I like the EU. I'm not very happy. This is a confession. I'm not proud of my country right now, and I did not want to be recognized as an American.
Yeah.
I'm kind of ashamed of some of the things we're doing, but but I can say that because I'm an American. I can criticize it because I want to go back hopeful and be part of the change. Yeah. So I can criticize it, but I'm not proud of it. And there I am going into Turkey, and I'm like, oh shoot, here comes an American. But guess what? I was welcomed in the first place we sat down. They said, it's an American. They brought out an American flag and a Turkish flag with my host. And we took a picture and posted it on LinkedIn and said, okay, the citizens will take care of this peace process if the governments aren't doing this,
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm hoping that we can, as individuals, we can influence. I hope the Romanians will vote. I hope the Romanians will get actively involved because you guys have so much potential here that you can change the rules that aren't working. Yeah. You can give incentives for people to come back. Can you imagine that? Giving an incentive for people to come back. And then maybe it's a tax issue or something. Mm-hmm. And so you would be really smart to say, how can we get these people back? And we could be really smart by figuring out how not to be such an ugly American. So I apologize for that piece, but I can criticize it and I will go back and try to change too.